All right, good morning, everybody. This is the video I did not want to make. I took time yesterday because I wrote this video out yesterday, and I was like, man, this is a little harsh. So I took the day to see if I would change a little perspective. I listened to a lot of other people on TV talk, and I came to the conclusion that I was right on point. So the Dallas Cowboys, the entire offseason, the Dallas Cowboys, they're giving the league lame duck energy. You know what I'm saying? The first thing I want to say, I don't hate this draft at all. Right? As far as the positions we took, because you really don't know how trench players are going to sometimes, pan out. And we're really good at developing that. We've been very good developing it in the past. So I'm with all of that. Both of our offensive linemen I like in like different ways. I really can't comment on the gameplay exactly because I didn't, I wasn't invested in this, but investing in size and athletic ability has a tremendous upside, especially on that left tackle. I'd say he's more like a boom or bust player, but if that type player booms, you know what I'm saying? If somebody like a left tackle booms, with that athletic ability and can do that, it's huge. So I love that. And I think BB might be my favorite pick of them all, you know what I'm saying? Because I think he seems that he is one that you can plug into that middle area, hopefully, and he could start, if not right off the bat, soon. So, and also give us close to what we got last year as well. So I really believe in BB as well. Nealon, after a certain player said what he said after the Green Bay loss, I think we all are good with that pick if it leads to a better disposition at that position. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm happy. Oh yeah, and the linebacker. I'm happy for the linebacker because of his hair. Yeah, so it's gonna be fun watching him run across the field with hair all over the place. So all in all, I'd say this draft falls into like maybe a B minus, somewhere around there. I really can't say A because you don't know how trench players are going to be, and unless they're those elite prospects like Tyron was and Zach. So now I can transition effectively. I like the draft, okay? I don't want to lose people. I don't want to make people mad. This was a good draft, okay? Don't come at me because of the draft, period. It was good. My issues are with the focus of the organization. What about now? What about this season? Does Tyler Guyton move that needle in any way in the Dallas versus Green Bay game? Did we all leave that game thinking, man, if Dak just had one more second in the pocket, we would have won that game? No. And there was nowhere for him to go. Both of those interceptions that he threw was forced, and it wasn't because of the pass rush. So Dak could have had a whole full seconds to throw the ball, but the results would have been the same thing. This pick, Nealon, who we hope will be replacing the guy that was tired, but not next year. He should get an opportunity when that guy is tired and come in and contribute, but he's not going to be a difference maker for us this year. He's not going to be the one that's going to be able to stop that run that when it happens to us again in the playoffs. So all this gives me and it's a weird lame duck energy because I still believe we're going to make. We have Dak and CD, so we're probably going to the playoffs. But other than that, there's nothing here. There's nothing to get excited about. Actually, we've had a similar type draft that we had last year, where we invested in the other side of the ball, and hopefully that side is going to start to develop. You know what I'm saying? And that's not a knock on him. That's not a knock on Mozzie. Because I was telling Eagles fans last year that while they pick some monster young guys, it's going to take them time to get the same place to where those guys that they were are replacing just because they're new. And slowly Philadelphia took a step back, and now they're slowly coming back. So where does this leave us, the fans? I have no idea. I have no idea what to do with my energy. I have no idea. Where does it leave CD and Dak and Micah? I don't know. But I'll tell you one thing. If I'm Dak Prescott and CD Lamb, I do not take another snap for the Dallas Cowboys until I sign a new deal. If I am Dak Prescott or CD Lamb, I do not take another snap for the Dallas Cowboys until I sign a new deal. I will not play until I am assured that I am a part of this current obvious rebuilding plan. Am I a part of this? If I'm not going to risk my body when this is what gets me paid. Let's start with CD first. CD, you have had 2 consecutive healthy seasons. Rare. In those 2 healthy seasons, you've received a ton of targets. 181 this year and 156 last year, and that 337 targets in the last 2 years. 337 targets in the last 2 years. If you are an elite receiver in the NFL and you get 337 targets, then you're going to put up some crazy stats with those 337 targets. And that's exactly what CD did. He's sitting right there with some gaudy stats from the last couple of years, sitting in an absolute sweet spot. And no contract. So you cannot mess this up, CeeDee Lamb. You can't mess it up with the slightest of hamstring pulls. If there's any dip in production, if there's any type dip in your production, they will certainly use that against you. So, and the team's success isn't riding on you like it's riding on Dak, but still, they will find some way to shortchange a player if they have to, for sure. Don't give them opportunity. All right. Secondly, this is probably most important. Secondly, you don't want to end up like Devontae Adams. Make sure you got the quarterback. Make sure you got a quarterback in Dallas, because Dak. And I've been hinting at this for years about Dak. And now it's over. Dak, you do not take another snap for the Dallas Cowboys until they contractually let you know that you are part of the future of the Dallas Cowboys. You understand what I'm saying? Until then, you have to follow the Kirk Cousins lead and go get your money elsewhere. It's waiting for you. The Cowboys, I've said this every year. The Cowboys fans don't even like you, and the ownership doesn't respect you. So I wouldn't take a snap. And this is the ultimate disrespect this year. It's good, and it's only good business because the only way Dak succeeds this year, the only way you succeed this year is if you do better than last year with less. They have admitted so, which is so disrespectful. No one does that quarterback like that. Did Caleb Williams have to prove that he could play in the NFL with nothing before Chicago gave him weapons? Or did they give him far more weapons than we can even imagine for Dak in this upcoming season? Because having a running game, a good running game, a quality running game, and top targets on the outside everywhere, that helps the quarterback tremendously. I got a better one for you. Since we all agree, 100%, nobody doubt that Patrick Mahomes is hands down better than Dak Prescott. Easy. Then why doesn't Kansas City make him play with less? Because I'm sure he can. If anybody can do it, Patrick Mahomes can do it. But no. And then they can use their picks on the offensive line, which their offensive line was worse than our offensive line last year. So yeah, they can use their pick on the offensive line and let Patrick Mahomes do it by himself because he's the best in the league. No. They acquired Hollywood Brown through free agency. And then they drafted the fastest guy in the draft to potentially help the quarterback, the best quarterback in the league. The only one in the league that can possibly do it by himself. We want Dak to do it. So we are currently sitting with the worst running back room in the league and one of the worst wide receiver rooms among the playoff caliber rosters. Everybody else, I wanted that monster on the other side of CD. Everybody's got that. I said that before last season, that Brandon Cooks and Michael Gallup wasn't enough. And that we need another dog on the other side of him, like other teams, like Philadelphia, like 49ers. But everybody, we're fine at wide receiver. No, we were not. No, we were not. And tell me, where would Brandon Cooks be on the Texans roster right now on the depth chart if he was still there? Like fourth, maybe fifth if they were trying to develop a young guy. And Cooks is also small. And we were all mad when we saw during the season McCarthy was sending Cooks across the middle. And then what happened versus Green Bay? Cooks got bullied across the middle, pushed like a little kid, took the ball away from him and ran it the other way. He literally had the ball taken away from him. And the only way to fix that, the only way you can fix that is either with a bigger and stronger wide receiver with a radius or a better pass. The second interception, the same thing, Green Bay. The only thing that fixes that play is to have other targets because they were all on CD. The only way to fix that, better pass or other targets. CD gets 181 targets. You got to know where the ball's going if you're playing the Dallas Cowboys. You got to know. So the only way you fix this is you get better targets or you dump Dak and try to get a guy that throws better passes. We aren't doing either. We're going to run it back. It's insane. We need a dog at number 2 like most serious teams so you can throw it over there or throw it over there. Micah has considerations too. So my assessment that we're still in the position to win the NFC East again. Dak could throw for like 5,000 yards. CD will be a top 3 easy wide receiver. However, when we face a good team that will take CD Lamb away, where are we going to go? And what are we going to do? Love Ferguson now. Ferguson is an option. And I love Zimmer, and Zimmer's my kind of coach. But still, new defensive schemes take time to mature. So our future isn't dead. Our future, it looks good. Except we don't know who our quarterback is going to be. That's it. But our present day Cowboys, they have a ceiling. They have a ceiling. They have a floor and they have a ceiling. So their floor is we're not going to suck. By any means, we're not going to suck. But when we play against the good teams, we're not going to win those games either. So that is in my opinion, the ultimate embodiment of lame duck energy. All right, guys. Have a good day. I told you I didn't want to make this video.